Welcome to Carolina Real Estate. Today we're at 256 Shoreward Drive in the Plantation Lakes neighborhood of Carolina Forest. And we're visiting with Sam Hassell, a broker associate and the assistant sales manager with Coldwell Banker Chicora. Hello, Sam.
Thank you for coming, Greg. I appreciate it.
How about this home? It is incredible.
Isn't this wonderful? It really is.
And Plantation Lakes is
Yeah,
gorgeous.
beautiful.
I had no idea coming in today.
Yeah, you come into Plantation Lakes, you come in off of Carolina Forest Road, and you just walk into a beautiful development. The custom-built homes in here. We are lakefront homes, and mostly brick. All different contractors are in here in construction. You can see that they're still building in this area.
Oh, yeah.
Over 800 homes.
Wow.
17 miles of lakefront, and it's just a wonderful place to be.
It goes on and on, Sam. I had no idea.
Yeah.
You know, driving on by, just keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
Shoreward just goes on and on. But there are a lot of other main streets through here,
Yeah.
big thoroughfares.
Spectacular. And you can, it stretches as long and as far as, and there's plenty of building lots that they're still looking to build in here. So it's, right now I think they're ready. They could almost expand another couple hundred lots, and it's really wonderful.
You said 17 miles of
lakefront.
Lakefront.
Yeah, it's really, and it's hidden lakefront so that it's, when you get on it, they still have the seclusion, that privacy factor.
Right.
You can cruise on your pontoon boats. You can use 15 horsepower engines in here, right up to the cruise around the lakefronts, right up to the clubhouse and the rec center. They have, actually, they're built at the rec center. They have 8 boat slips so that you could dock your boat, go use the pools, go use the rec center, and then when your day is done, get back on your boat and take it to your backyard.
On a Sunday like today, obviously a lot of folks are out. I saw some boats over there at the clubhouse today. It's
beautiful.
Tremendous.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It really is, Sam. Well, of course, for you, having a great appreciation for Carolina Forest, obviously know the areas. There's a lot of great neighborhoods throughout the entire, 10,000 acre Carolina Forest area?
It's huge, and it is really becoming the mecca, the hub, if you will, of the Myrtle Beach area.
It really is.
And Carolina Forest is still growing, still building in leaps and bounds. The neighborhoods are, there's plenty of opportunity out here. We just happen to be in a really special place for me. This is a great home. So
yes.
I really do enjoy it.
It really is, absolutely. Well, I know today the focus is not on us, the focus is on giving a virtual tour, and I believe you're ready to give it to us.
Sure am. When you come up through the front today, you saw that the all brick home, custom pavers throughout the driveway and all the way up through the front, custom landscaping. It's really just a special feel. It's a homey feel. You come in the front doors as you come through the entranceway. To your immediate left will be an office if you need to work at home or you enjoy working at home. Office inside there has all granite countertops, custom cabinetry, French doors so that you can close them for your privacy.
I see that.
You'll notice the 5-inch hardwood floors throughout the bottom main layer of the house.
Right.
It's off to the right as you walk in is the formal dining room.
Oh yeah, this is glorious.
And then as you walk through the hall, and you notice the recessed ceilings both in the dining room and in here in the living space.
Right.
This house is neat in the effect that it is separated in 3 or 4 main living areas. And it's really built for the entertainer, somebody who enjoys having people around. Somebody has a family who comes down to visit. It is above and beyond to be used, and that's really how I think the concept built for this house was. What you see as you walk through and you come into our area right here, this is the main gathering area, if you will.
Truly.
TV area, living area. What you have is propane fireplace, and you have HDMI speakers and TV in the room, recessed lighting throughout.
Yes, the lighting is glorious.
Unbelievably, right?
It really is.
Yeah, and immediately the showcase piece of this house is where we're sitting right now.
Truly.
We are, we're talking about the kitchen, and if you are any kind of entertainer or any kind of chef wannabe, this is definitely the place you want to be.
Oh, yeah.
You have a granite bar that we're sitting at right now that can seat 7.
this.
Triple sinks. You'll see inlaid stone panels throughout the back. It's all sub-zero refrigeration and Wolf appliances.
Okay.
36-inch refrigerator and freezer right behind me.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, it's glorious.
It really is.
And of course, it's kind of hidden.
It really is. All custom cabinets that were done around them, all built and put around the appliances.
Right.
Really done well. When you look at the stove and the range, it's propane. 6 burners.
6 burners.
6 burners. Wow. And a griddle in the center.
I see that.
Commercial range hood so that you can blow, vent out. In my case, it would be mistakes. So,
for you, surely for me.
Yeah. Also has double ovens, where 2 full-size double ovens.
This is a real entertainer paradise.
It really is.
You know, one of the great things, not to slow you down, Sam, as we're rolling in the kitchen, is this view out here. Just to think, you're standing here, and throughout the kitchen, the great water views here.
That's it, and you just open up your plantation shutters that are in here, and you just look out, and you just kind of, there's a relaxing comfort that goes through this house.
It really is relaxed.
Yeah,
absolutely. I didn't mean to digress.
No,
I'm just sitting here thinking, and out of the corner of my eye, seeing all that water, and thinking someone is really enjoying just the tranquility, but still the opportunity to really entertain.
Absolutely, and it's you're easily diverted into looking at something else, and it's just a beautiful sight. The sight lines here are incredible.
Right. Go back over there.
Yeah, we're talking about we have a 40-bottle wine cooler with 2 refrigerated drawers through there, and you look at the island. And the island has a 30-inch slidable microwave in it.
I see that.
It's really incredible.
That is one of a kind.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking around, you don't see a microwave anywhere, and then obviously it's here.
It is. It's got a vegetable sink in there. It's got its own ice maker wired inside the island, and it's also, if you so desire, it's pre-wired for a deep fryer, so you can literally put a deep fryer in there. So, and that's. This is the entertainment center. This is really where everything happens. The conversation, all granite on the tops is really pretty incredible. And as we move along, you have a dining area, which is immediately to my right. But then right behind me is the master bedroom suite.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really something special.
It is a suite.
Yeah. Tray ceilings, recessed lighting. When you get into, again, plantation shutters in there. When you get into his and her custom closets, all
closets are huge. Yeah, they really are.
They really are. And then you walk into the master bath.
Right.
The master bath is something special. What you'll see is all custom cabinetry, white Carrara marble floors and countertops. You will see a remote 10 shower head Kohler remote shower.
I've never seen anything like this, Sam, in all candor.
Yeah.
We've been in some beautiful homes, but I've never seen anything like it. I just hadn't seen anything like it.
It's pretty amazing, and I looked at it and I said, this would be fun. It would just be a comfortable, nice place to be. And then there's the MTI jetted tub that's in there, chromotherapy lighting. It has a waterfall in there, self-filling jets in there.
Wow.
It is just a great place at the end of the day if you wanted to use it. It's plenty big enough for 2, and it is it's just a place to relax at the end of the day after a long day. So.
And it's huge. You could almost play a basketball game there. I mean, it's a big master bath.
It really is. So that's the master suite can be segregated off, and the part of what makes this house very family friendly is that the upstairs, as you go up the stairs, is segregated into 2 separate sides.
Right.
The side to the, as you're looking to the kitchen, the side to the left is the mother-in-law suite.
Right.
And what's up there? Up the wooden staircases, and you go up in and you enter into an open room, which can be used as a living room. There's a television set in there. I believe he's using it as a gym now.
He's got it as a gym now, sure. But
but certainly it is. Certainly livable. Bedroom in the back, full-size, nice bedroom in the back. Closets, again, big closet space. It also has a full bathroom upstairs. And it has stackable washer dryers that are really incredible space. And somebody can be quite comfortable up there and have their space too.
Very definitely.
Yeah. Coming back down to the other side of the house, you have, you go up to the stairs to the right, and you will see that there are 3 more bedrooms upstairs,
Right.
and another large living area. It's almost like a home away from home
It
upstairs.
is. 2 homes away from it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
but surely this is
Yeah,
ginormous.
absolutely. There's a couple of bedrooms that share a Jack and Jill bathroom.
Right.
That's really neat. It's good for guests or what have you. The guests have their own area. Directly across is another huge bedroom with custom closets.
Right.
And they open up the plantation shutters, and you have a great look over the lake and over the sun deck in the back.
You
And,
really do. Absolutely.
it's pretty spectacular. And it's not bad if I was growing up as a kid, that would be a real nice
A place you'd spend a lot of time.
A lot of time, right.
Although downstairs is wonderful, that would be a hangout
Yeah,
for sure.
it really is.
Yeah.
And adjacent to that is another big open great room,
Right.
where you that has a wet bar and full refrigeration unit. Again, sub-zero appliances upstairs with a granite countertop. All of the bathrooms, by the way, have granite countertops in them.
Right.
And that big room overlooks. You open up the sliding glass doors, and you walk out to a patio that overlooks the screened-in patio.
Yeah.
Overlooks the pergola and right out into the yard and right out over into the lake. It's really a spectacular sight
Right.
from up there. So,
Right. Truly.
Yeah. it is.
Yeah, this the outdoor space here, and describe for viewers a little bit of what they'd see if they got out here live time to see the home here on the back patio area here on this ground floor. I mean, it really goes on, and the space out on the lake is fantastic.
It really is. When you walk outside and you just take a look outside, there is another screened patio.
Right, right.
Again, perfect for entertaining. And then there are pavers that extend the patio out to double the size.
Right, right.
So if you want to be outside the screen, there's plenty of room there.
Truly.
The yard is fenced in and with black wrought iron fence
Yeah.
with childproof locks on them, so that you can let the kids out, and it's be a challenge for them to get outside the gates.
Right.
Again, custom landscaped all the way out to the sun deck, which is really something special.
Right. It's glorious.
Yeah, it really is. All hand paved sun deck that goes the entire length of the yard.
Right.
It is. They have a seating area out there right now. I think he has four custom lounge
He
chairs
does,
that you
that's
sit
right.
up there.
Yeah.
And it has a cutout again with all the hand pavers for his pontoon boat.
Yeah.
And the steps that lead right down if you want to fish off the back. It's really pretty incredible.
It is. It is surprising about so many aspects of it. Clearly the livability, the breakout into 3 or 4 sections, the mother-in-law area, the kids area upstairs, which is, you mentioned wet bar. I don't think about kids upstairs. I mean, but it could be anybody upstairs.
Absolutely.
If it was just having lots of family down. If folks move down, whether second home or primary residence, I mean, they could use it for lots of family.
Yeah, it really is. And it's just a warm, comfortable place to live.
Right.
There are premium houses here. They are all, it's a great community. They're very friendly. And again, it's a golf cart community too. I mean, you
Yes.
can be from one end to the other in a golf cart. You don't need to be driving around. And with the rec center and the community center, you can be, using that.
Right.
3-car garage. You got plenty of room to store it.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
a laundry room down
And a
here.
great laundry room down here behind the kitchen,
right.
underneath the stairs there, going up to the mother-in-law's suite.
Right.
I mean,
Again,
so
all custom cabinets in the laundry room.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of places to store, plenty of accesses. But this community is really special. I think that, to me personally, it's the pride of Carolina Forest. It's a great the community's hidden behind some fountains and some berms, so you really don't know the access to what's back here.
Right.
But it's just, when you get here, it's just a great place to be. It's somewhere special.
Plantation Lakes, it truly is, absolutely. And on a day like today, a Sunday, the opportunity to get out and enjoy the lake, as we talked about, but every day of the week, you can be out there enjoying the lakes. You said 17 miles of coastline.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just nice. You can fish it. Take your boat out and just kind of sit back and relax. I've seen kayaks and canoes.
Yeah.
Plenty of exercise availability. Tennis courts if you want to take your boat over to tennis court. You're not that far away.
Absolutely. Sam.
It's fun living there.
For a viewer who wants to get out and see it live time or have a chance to get out just to get a feel of Plantation Lakes, what's the best way for someone to get in touch with you and to learn more about the home?
Give me a call, 843-957-1895. Or visit my website, samsellsthebeach.com. It's really pretty simple. But all the information on this house is out there, along with anywhere else you're looking for in Myrtle Beach. So it's samsellsthebeach.com.
Absolutely. Sam, thanks so much for being with us today and opening up this fantastic home.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Very definitely. Stay tuned to more Carolina Real Estate with Larry Craddock of BB&T coming up next. Welcome back to Carolina Real Estate. Today we're at 256 Shoreward Drive in the Plantation Lakes neighborhood of Carolina Forest. And we're visiting with Larry Craddock, a Senior Vice President and Area Mortgage Manager with BB&T. Hello, Larry.
Greg, how are you?
Great to be with you.
Thank you.
How about this tremendous Plantation Lakes neighborhood? I understand you know a lot about it.
I do. I'm fortunate enough to live here.
Right.
And this home is beautiful.
Yeah.
I had a chance to take a tour before you went on with Sam.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
And Sam obviously knows this house very well, and I can imagine a heck of a lot of folks have come through to check it out. It probably won't be on the market much longer.
I suspect.
Share with viewers a little about, obviously we want to get right into it, about how the local real estate market is doing, Larry.
Better. Over the last 3, 4, 5 years, we've had some problems with valuations, properties not moving. Last 2 or 3 quarters, it's getting better and better. Our foreclosures and distressed inventory has decreased. That's a good sign.
Right.
Over the last 6 months, the prices have stabilized, so you don't see big drops in values any longer. Some pockets, you actually see some modest appreciation of values.
Great.
So all that says good things. Consumer confidence, you probably heard that. In our market, we have a high number of second homes. Mm-hmm. So when folks from outside of this market, they feel good about their employment situation, that it's going to continue. They've got the resources, they know that income is going to continue, then they're willing to venture out and buy. That's
Yes.
what we're seeing now. So most of the real estate agents that I've been talking to and builders said their phone's ringing, they're showing properties. There's a lot of interest both inside the market and outside the market. So it makes everybody smile.
That is fabulous, Larry. Now, when we think about your local area, you're serving what area in principle? When you're talking about this local real estate market, we're talking about Horry and Georgetown County?
Or Georgetown County.
Okay, good,
and
good.
Grand Strand.
Absolutely, very important, very important. You know, when we think about documentation is such a big piece in providing the right level of documentation. What should viewers know about going into it when they're actually calling a mortgage lender or talking to, whether it's BB&T or otherwise? What is some of the typical documentation they're going to need?
In almost all cases, they're going to need verification of their income.
Right.
So pay stubs.
Right.
They're going to need full packages for their last 2 years tax returns.
Right.
Their bank statements, they're going to need full pages, all pages for the past couple months.
Right.
And whatever assets they're claiming on their credit application, they're going to also need full pages for the last couple months on that also.
Proof of that.
Absolutely.
Yes. Right, right. Very definitely. That's critical. You know, I've heard the phrase pre-qualification, and I kind of wonder about that at times. Larry, could you share with us what that term means, pre-qualification, and what's the value of it?
A pre-qualification is basically a credit approval.
Okay.
So up front, you're looking, let's say you and your wife were looking for a home.
Right.
Coming into the market, you'd want to make sure that you could be approved or that you would be approved for a house for whatever value you're looking at.
Right.
We would take a full application from you, pull credit, and take the information from you on your income and your current liabilities.
Right.
So we would give you an approval based on that information.
Okay.
At the end of the process, or when you find the home
Right.
and you get a contract negotiated, we would turn that into a full application.
Okay.
What we would tell you is, Greg, don't go out and get any debts, change jobs, that type of thing during that period, because this pre-qualification is based on what you told us at that period.
At that certain time period.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And that's very helpful. As an agent takes you out, takes you and your family out to look at a home, again, they'd like to make sure that you would be able to qualify for this home, for instance.
Right.
That you and the family wouldn't fall in love with it, then after the fact find out, well, it might be a little more than you could afford.
Right. I suspect a lot of homeowners probably want to know that someone who's coming to visit their home on some higher end homes or otherwise, they want to know that someone actually has before they would get up and move their family out or get out for a little while, even for an afternoon, that someone has the ability to actually potentially pay for that home.
It's not uncommon when someone accepts your offer to buy their home that they ask you to either have a pre-qualification or get one very quickly.
Right, right.
So that they know that you're a real buyer that can close on that home.
Absolutely, very important. What about down payments? Is there a typical down payment for homes, let's say for this home, or for any home? What's a typical down payment that might be required?
There are different down payment amounts, different down payment requirements for different homes, different size loans,
right,
different programs. The majority of the loans that we see made in this market,
right,
the customers bring 20% down.
Okay.
Now, what that does is it allows you to not have mortgage insurance.
Okay.
And we can talk about that after.
Yeah, no, that's fine, yeah.
But it's not required. If you have the assets, the income, and the credit to qualify, you can qualify in many cases 90% or above.
Great.
That's not known to a lot of folks because
right,
since we've gone through the big downturn the last few years,
right,
mortgage companies, lenders, banks, they've tightened the requirements a bit.
Yeah.
And a part of that tightening is to raise that down payment piece.
Right.
Raising the down payment lowers the risk.
Okay, we got a few minutes, so you can go ahead and explain what mortgage insurance is,
Okay.
if you'd like.
A lender offloads a bit of the risk. Anything over a 80% loan to value, if you're going to borrow more than 80% of the house's appraised value,
right,
would require that you have mortgage insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Mortgage insurance is an additional cost on top of your normal loan,
right,
and it goes to a third-party provider,
mm-hmm,
and there's a number of them out. What that really does, it protects the lender or the person who owns that security from a loss.
Okay.
So they may insure that for 5%, they may insure it for 10 or more percent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's like an insurance policy for that loan.
Okay. That's very important. Thank you for sharing that,
You
Larry.
bet.
Is there a typical length of processing time for someone if we've gotten that pre-approval early on and we find that home when the bank begins asking us for our paperwork? Is there a typical time for when we could expect to close?
I was going to say but I think most lenders now try to close a purchase transaction in 30 days.
Okay.
Now, if you're very, very, very busy, you might have problems with that and have to work awfully hard.
Right.
But generally, in this market, we find that most of the lenders can close that loan in 30 days for you.
That's great, Larry.
Unless there are any delays.
Right, right. And what might be some of those delays? What could delay approval of a borrower's loan?
If you did not have, if you could be moving, you couldn't put your fingers on your last year's tax filings, the year before's tax filings, that could certainly cause delays. If you're being asked to provide any documentation, and if you delay that as the client, as the borrower, that would cause a delay. 30 days is a pretty tight timeline, so any of those delays. Now, if an appraiser or an appraisal issue came up on that property, then that could also cause a delay. And sometimes that's completely outside of the borrower's ability to control it.
Right, right. I think a lot of folks want to know, after the tough times the last few years, do they have to have perfect credit, Larry, to get a loan? You know, ultimately, what is that underwriter looking for going through the loan approval process?
Perfect? No, that's not required.
Okay.
Good credit is required.
Right.
You have to be able to show that you are paying your bills now, you've paid your bills in the past.
Right.
Doesn't mean it has to be perfect, but you have to exhibit a pattern, Greg, that shows that I can pay, I will pay, and that I'm making enough money to cover my obligations.
Right.
And if you can show that, that generally is kind of that litmus test that you pass.
That can be hard to do, Larry. Sometimes for folks who are independent contractors or who work in an industry that has incomes that fluctuate even in the greater Myrtle Beach area.
That is it continues to be a concern and a problem for folks that are self-employed,
Right.
Or if they're in the service industry, real estate, builders,
Right.
where incomes have a tendency to fluctuate.
Yes.
It becomes a little more of a challenge. It can be done
Right.
where you average your incomes, but it's still a challenge for those folks.
That is critical to think in an area like this where BB&T is as strong as you are, and I know you've got a lot of other great lending institutions in the area, but you all have maintained quite a bit of strength here, ultimately taking care of a lot of folks who may have fluctuating income.
Absolutely.
So it can be done.
Absolutely.
That's great, Larry.
And we look for ways to do that.
That's even better. Listen to that. If a viewer wants to learn more about the local mortgage market or about local real estate prices in general, would you be willing to talk to them a little bit?
Absolutely. Love to.
Okay, great. What's the best way for someone to reach you?
My office, 843-443-4277. Please call, and we'll take care of any questions.
Even if you can't answer, you'll track down somebody who can.
I certainly will.
That's great, Larry. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
Very definitely. Stay tuned to more Carolina Real Estate coming up next. Welcome back to Carolina Real Estate. We want to thank Sam Hassell with Coldwell Banker Chicora for opening up the doors to this glorious Carolina Forest Plantation Lakes home for us to film here today. We also want to thank Larry Craddock with BB&T for giving us a great overview of the local real estate market and mortgage lending in general. Today's featured website is Carolina Forest HomesForSale.com. Long name, but tremendous information. Carolina Forest HomesForSale.com. As you can see right here on the home page, you've got access to all of the homes in all of the neighborhoods throughout Carolina Forest. Even right here on the home page, you can see this home priced perfectly here at 256 Shoreward Drive. Dig down deep into the website. You've got access to all of the neighborhoods. You even have access to condos and land and other types of properties throughout Carolina Forest. Search on through. You've got a keyword tool. You can search by price. You can search by certain bedrooms and bath. Anything you can want. Anything you could want to find, you can find at Carolina Forest HomesForSale.com. And if you're looking for real estate, look for Carolina Real Estate.